Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome back to another ROTW. Yeah, I know it's been over a week, but I get a little busy, and here I am making an ROTW, and it's about violent video games, and the kids, apparently, you know. In the media, a bunch of people, a bunch of outlets start targeting video games when tragedies really hit, you know. And some of you may know, I might be talking about something, I'm talking about anything in the media that relates to violent video games. And how people always criticize it because it affects our kids, or, you know, it turns them into serial killers or violent individuals. And honestly, I can't say bullshit enough to that. You know, people seem to honestly just keep on, anytime anything bad fucking happens, okay, whether it be any tragedy with the media, okay, they'll always go to video games, okay? Anybody, any parent, okay, will always hit the video game market. Like, the video games are the reason why kids are fucking bad, okay? And, you know, I have a story to tell you guys. I have a fucking story. I walked into a GameStop several weeks ago, and I was going to buy a copy of Gran Turismo 5. I got a copy of Gran Turismo 5. It's a good game, good racer. Gran Turismo, motherfucker, remember that last time? But, yeah. When I was in that store, I saw a 10-year-old kid buy 2 games with his mother, okay? These 2 games, it was God of War and Saints Row, okay? These were the 2 games, God of War and Saints Row. Both of them are M-rated games, and both of them deserve the M rating. God of War deserves it a little more than Saints Row, but they both pretty much deserve their M rating, okay? They are M-rated games for a fucking reason. They both have violence, they both have nudity, they both have strong language, they both have multiple things that kids should not be hearing. But this mother buys this for their kids. And it makes me wonder, the media and the parents never fucking notice that on every single... Here, I'm holding a copy of Gears of War 3 on my hand, okay? In my hand. It's for the Xbox 360. It's an exclusive. It's a good game. You know what it says on the bottom left? Oh, here, I'm also holding fucking... This is the Mass Effect 2 for the PlayStation 3. Doesn't matter what console you own, by the way, okay? It can be on the Wii U, whatever. On the bottom left, at least if you're living in the US or North America, you should see an ESRB rating. It says M17+, motherfucker. Okay? This is not SpongeBob. There is no W for Wumbo. M means fucking mature. It says 17+. That is your fucking age that should be required to play the game. Okay? It clearly doesn't say on the box, intended for 6 to 10, okay? Suddenly people have the idea, oh, my fucking 2-year-old can play Gears of War 3, and I'll just pay for the game. Motherfucker, this is the reason why video games apparently are evil, okay? Like, what the fuck, man? Okay, like, or if you live in the, you know, the European regions, you have something called the PEGI rating, okay? I don't know all about it, but, even there, same shit. The PEGI rating is even more blatantly obvious. It says the age on the fucking box. It's a 16+. How do you fucking idiots not notice this? And yes, I'm getting angry because it's something to get angry about. No one talks about movies whenever they're violent. There are so many movies out there in the fucking world that are more violent than any video game I played. You know, people want to say Gears of War 3 is violent. Motherfucker, have you ever watched Saw? Okay, have you ever watched something like Rambo? Okay, have you ever watched anything like... Have you ever watched a fucking violent movie? Okay, have you ever watched that shit? I'm not talking about the Happy Meal. I'm talking about the fucking actual gore-filled movies. Okay, those are fucking violent movies. Those are way more violent than any video game. They show actual fucking depictions of violence, okay, going on, okay? It's really, really graphic. But no one bitches in movies. No one cares. No one gives a fuck. Alright? I don't know why, okay? Like, if you're gonna blame video games for violent material, if you're gonna blame video games that they show decapitations, but you're not going to blame a movie, that's pretty fucking hypocritical. And one of the arguments that people have is it's like, movies aren't interactive, but video games are. Therefore, it teaches kids to be violent. Alright, let me put something in a scenario for you. Counter-Strike is considered one of the most competitive first-person shooters. If kids started playing Counter-Strike, which kids do, but, you know, if they started playing it, you know, just in the mass, whatever, if they kept on playing it, okay, do you think kids could truly fucking learn from Counter-Strike? Okay, even if a kid got a hold of a gun, he'd probably try to find the fucking R key on it and try to reload. And it's like, oh, the gun's not reloading, whatever. They don't teach you, alright? They're a form of entertainment, like movies, like music, like books, like fucking cooking, like, I don't know, like anything. It's a form of entertainment. It's not meant to be real. No, it's not like, even Arma, which is a simulator, it's a fucking form of entertainment. That's what it is. Okay, that's really what it is. Alright, it's not a murder simulator, quote unquote. What's, you know, I'm not going to name the person who said that, but it's a pretty famous quote. It's not a murder simulator. It's not anything like that, okay? It's a fucking video game. It's there for people to enjoy, alright, and have fun from, okay? It's not there for you to spread your fucking retarded agenda, alright, which, you know, it's something that I find truly offensive, okay? It's something that, because of this, video games are never able to mature. Alright, you're never allowed to see, like, I mean, even when you play a game with depictions of gore, there's so many people who whine about it. I remember the one time they showed fucking, they showed a nude scene in a video game, people fucking blew their shit, okay? But when Mass Effect came out, remember the original Mass Effect? They had a nude scene, okay? They had several nude scenes. They had one country banned it because it had, like, the Asari nude scene, which is, like, it's a fucking alien, okay? Like, if people were like, oh man, this game's corrupting Billy. No, Billy's seeing titties in my video game, no! Oh yeah, I watched Mass Effect. I have Mass Effect on the Xbox and PlayStation 3 and PC. That nude scene, okay, it's pretty much, it's like geometry class, okay? Is that an ass or is that a fucking trapezoid? I don't know. But that's what it is, you know what I mean? Like, it's something so stupid. People are always blaming video games for corrupting the kids. Alright, they said the same shit about the stuff for any form of entertainment that was popular among kids, okay? People need to grow the fuck up, and if you really want to parent your child, and you don't want your kid playing violent video games, oh, I don't want Billy playing Gears of War, don't fucking buy it! Alright? Okay, don't. You know, that's why any, like, game store asks you for identification. Alright, that's when I walk into a store, like, when I walked into a store and, you know, I bought Grand Theft Auto, they asked me for my driver's license. I gave them my driver's license. They didn't take it just so they could see my driver's license. I was like, oh, your photo on the driver's license is really cool. How'd you do that? They didn't do it for that. They looked at my birth date to know that I was over the age of buying the game. Same thing they do when you go watch an R-rated movie. Do you let your kids watch an R-rated? Would you let your kids watch Saw? Yes or no? No? Would you let your kids play Grand Theft Auto? Yes or no? The answer should pretty much be the same, okay? You know, maybe your kid's more mature. Maybe you might want to let them play Grand Theft Auto. Maybe you think they're mature enough to play Grand Theft Auto. Maybe you think Billy or Sarah are mature enough to play GTA 5. That's up to you. But it's sort of like the same analogy. Don't go blaming video games when there's more violent content out there, alright? Don't blame it just because, oh, it's the interactive media and it's affecting kids. It's complete bullshit. That's what it is, alright? And the people that complain about this do not understand video games. They don't. People who blame this still think it's some kiddie thing or that it'll never evolve and just blame video games because of these big tragedies. And they're not doing it because they actually believe it. They're doing it because it's what's hot right now. It's what everyone attacks, okay? And no one will attack a movie when it's gratuitously violent. Alright, maybe occasionally see it here and there, but for the most part, no. But when a violent video game comes out, and there's a tragedy associated to it, or not even associated in any way, rest assured people will always go towards the video game. And something I have to rant about, you know, is that, to be honest, there are some people in the world who aren't stupid. They're just ignorant when it comes to this kind of stuff. There are people who will believe this. There are people who will believe video games, the original video game was the first cum stain of Satan himself. Okay, there's people who will believe that. Why? Because they're just ignorant to the subject. This video is here to at least tell you guys what it's really about. There are a lot of fail-safes to this stuff, okay? I mean, there are ratings, okay? You should pay attention to your ESRB or PEGI ratings, and use common sense, okay? If you're gonna buy your kid a video game, and it's gonna be, it says Gears of War 3 on the fucking box, alright? And you're like, oh, I wonder if this game's violent, okay? Slap yourself in the face and rethink that, okay? Alright, maybe I'll understand if you buy, like, Halo, okay? Because, I don't know, you'll be like, oh, I know, it's probably about, like, angels or something, okay, and then I'll understand, but a fucking God of War, okay? What is it not Dora the fucking Explorer? It's God of War, okay? Alright, motherfucker, it's God of War. Well, that's really all my tangent, okay? I'm going over the 9-minute mark, but that's really all I have to say. You know, fuck the news media for blaming video games for literally anything, okay? And to be honest, that's really all I have to say, alright? It's a topic that aggravates me, that I don't even, like, I feel stupid talking about it, but it's something that I have to talk about. It's something where it involves common sense, guys. You know, and here I am, I don't even have kids, okay, but I know more than some fucking parents out there who do this kind of shit, alright? So, just letting you guys know, what my thoughts are on this whole violent. I've had messages about this, you know, people have given me like news articles, but this is about the whole media targeting video games throughout time. Okay, this isn't a common fad occurring now. This happened way back in the day, and it happened before then. There were lawyers, there were people protesting against video games, you know, big ones like Grand Theft Auto or Manhunt, whatever, you know. And this is a video for all the times, okay? Like, you know, people need to fucking chill out. That's what they need to do. And if you don't want your kids playing violent video games, or you don't want kids playing them, then don't buy them for your kids. And that's really all I gotta say. This has been another Rant of the Week, and if you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe. This is me, Mudaharn. I am out.